Take fourth back off Bolton. Match commentators Andy Gray and Rob Hawthorne.
Arsenal's Philip Senderos starts a two-match suspension today after his sending off at Middlesbrough, so his fellow Swiss, Johan Djourou, makes his comeback after a groin injury. Emmanuel Adebayor, the match winner late on when these sides met at the JJB Stadium in December, gets a rest after his scoring performance for Togo against Cameroon in midweek. Julio Batista comes in, and Theo Walcott starts his first Premiership match since the reverse fixture at Wigan. Wigan themselves hoping to build on last week's win over Portsmouth, welcome back Leighton Baines and Emile Heskey. Baines' return from a calf injury means David Unsworth is squeezed out of the starting lineup for the first time since arriving from Sheffield United. Heskey's return is well-timed, with new arrival Caleb Bolan having suffered an ankle injury in training. So Heskey is alongside another new arrival, Julius Agahawa, in an untried partnership.
Well, there may be a few changes that Arsene Wenger's had to make, but it's still a pretty powerful looking side when you take into consideration the talent he has to call upon. One or two little changes. We've got Walcott, as you mentioned. He will definitely stay wide on this right. He gives them plenty width. He'll travel up and down. He'll look to provide service from the wide area here. Whereas Thomas Rosicky, on the other hand, doesn't do too much of that kind of travelling, but will wander infield into this area. And when he does, what's for cliche? Coming in here, and I just wonder if Rosicky plays like a little bit like Perez. Will we see a little bit more Henry drifting into these areas and then attacking in the way he used to do when Robert Perez played in this side? Baptista, yeah, a guy on form instead of Adebayor. I don't think that's a bad shout. He'll be wanting to get his first Premiership goal. Plenty in the Cup, but none in the Premiership just yet. Well, the only thing I worried about when Paul Jewell came in was would he pack the midfield and play with five in there. It looks with Agahawa up front and Heskey, two big, powerful people. It's obvious where they want to play the game. They want Heskey to play like he did against Chelsea recently when he was almost unplayable. Agahawa just new to this league. We wonder what will happen there. Lanzat and Skoko have got a real job on in mid-centre of midfield. If Gilberto and Fabregas control it, then Wigan could be in trouble. The lads were talking about Chris Kirkland. We don't normally talk about goalkeepers here. Big onus on him as well. And the back four, quite simply, against Arsenal here, has to play well.
Well, Wigan were the last visitors to Highbury. They're the 18th visitors to the Emirates Stadium in a competitive match. None of those visitors have won so far, although 10 of them have scored first. Arsenal have made a bit of a habit of slow starts since their move to this ground.
Well, they talk about being out of it, but I was just looking at the stats and facts, and you know, but for a month between the 28th of October and the 29th of November, when Arsenal played 6 league games, Rob, and took 5 points. Now that is the month that cost them the title, or any ambition of having the title. You cannot do that in this league and expect to be competing. It was a horrible month for them.
And yet, strangely, the one that they did win in that month was the one you would have least expected them to.
Liverpool, and they hammered them here.
As it is, Arsenal find themselves 20 points adrift of Manchester United, but more realistically setting their sights on being in the Champions League by finishing in the top 4. Of course, it was that last game against Wigan at Highbury that secured their place in the Champions League for this season. At that stage, they still had a Champions League final to look forward to. Well, Paul Jewell was a hugely relieved man that his team's 9-match losing sequence, 8 of them in the Premiership, came to an end last week against Portsmouth. It's going to be asking a lot to build on that with another victory here on their first visit to this stadium.
But he's had a pretty good weekend when you think about it, with both West Ham and Charlton losing. They don't close the gap, that keeps Paul a little happy. There's a guy, good season it's been. The one thing that he would have wanted this season is to play every game. So far he has been dogged by injury. The lad that everyone you talk about seems to think he's the natural successor to be England's #1. 25 games unbroken for his team, not a bad way to go about it so far.
Some commitments took priority for Chris Kirkland this week when he was out of the England squad. Thierry Henry was away with France. There have been plenty way on international duty. Coming back today with their focus on the Premiership. Hopefully McCulloch, who some felt would be on his way out of Wigan when Rangers started to show an interest. But he shows he holds no bitterness over the breakdown of any potential move with that cracking goal that got Wigan back to winning ways in the mist at the JJB Stadium last week. It's a lovely clear day in North London for the 6th meeting of these two clubs. All of them have occurred in the last 15 months. Arsenal have won all but one, and crucially they have won all 3 Premiership meetings.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has arrived. Will you please welcome Arsenal and Wigan Athletic?
Just Wigan's luck that having ended that 9-match losing sequence, they should come up against the team that started it. It's Arsenal against Wigan live next.
And there is the Gunners' number 14 skipper Thierry Henry with words of advice for Theo Walcott, who makes his 4th Premier League start in the Gunners' jersey. What would he have given for a moment like that a year or so back? Words of advice from the great man. Not quite sure where it's gone now, but initially I imagine it was all about football. It's Arsenal against Wigan, whose need arguably is greater than the Gunners here, but Arsenal have to win it to take 4th off Bolton. Match commentators Andy Gray and Rob Hawthorne.
Only a 2nd Premiership start for Julius Agahoua, who's 25 tomorrow, but at a club that benefited from one of the Super Eagles, Kanu. Can Agahoua make his first impact on the Premiership? He's certainly an exciting talent, even though he is still getting up to match fitness because of the disparity in the leagues in which he's just come, the Ukrainian League, to what he's just come to here in England. Arsenal then looking to reclaim 4th spot. They've been knocked off that perch by Bolton, and they get off to a good early start here. This is Justin Hoyt to Cesc Fabregas, the Player of the Month for January. He was presented with that award before the game. Now Rosicki. Taken away from him by Ryan Taylor, and it was played by Emerson Boyce, who was a little nervous. Henry looking to slip Batista through already, and that was a nervous moment already for the Wigan defence.
Well, that's the word to describe it. A little sloppy here. Batista's touch just a little heavy. Got away from him. No real damage done in the end. A bit of a panic up though, Emerson Boyce.
Emerson Boyce coming to the club that he supported as a boy. He was a big Ian Wright fan in his days following Arsenal. But, facing up to the world-class Henry today. And Batista. Heskey back in the Wigan forward line.
Well, I've got some power in the air with Heskey, particularly in the middle. And watch for Lee McCulloch coming in from the left. And against Justin Hoyt, who isn't the biggest either. And McCulloch's pretty good in the air. And they might just have worked on a couple of things.
Heskey got the flick on there. McCulloch is coming in.
That's what I mean, the two that I talked about. Heskey winning the first, McCulloch coming in on the second. It's not an easy header, in all honesty, for Lee McCulloch at the end, but he'll take that position, bottom of the screen there. He'll just wait. Just gets in a fraction early.
5.5 years with the club now, Lee McCulloch. You can see why Paul Jewell didn't want to release him for the $750,000 that Rangers apparently offered. It's Fabregas, now Rosicki. Looking to feed Walcott. Leighton Baines got across though.
I think we've already seen the kind of system Arsenal will play. Batista dropping off, Rosicki coming in from the left, like he did there to join in, and Walcott keeping the width on the right. We'll see quite a bit of that today.
Walcott, Rosicki and Batista still to score in the Premiership, but Walcott here given a chance perhaps by Baines. Took the help of McCulloch there to stop him. Fabregas is also looking for his first Premiership goal of this season.
There's there's a few in the Arsenal side you can say that about. Walcott, Ziski, Baptista. They haven't played many games, mind you, have they? Most of them, that's the thing. Fabregas has.
Ziski did score a couple of crackers in the FA Cup against Liverpool. Batista, of course, was instrumental at Anfield. Boyce was the last man then. It was a crucial tackle to stop Walcott from getting through.
Showed good pace there. The Walcott's quick. Boyce was up to it.
Batista with a header back. And it's Ryan Taylor away. It's back by Clichy. And here's Gilberto. Gave Skoko a chance, which he took. This is Heskey. Now Agahawa. It's McCulloch's ball in. And the referee played a good advantage then. McCulloch. And Heskey was round the back as it was spinning up off Hoyt's head.
Yeah, they might well have taken the free kick now in the end. Certainly was going to give it. But when the ball did break to Lee McCulloch, you'll probably think he should have done better. That's the free kick he was about to give, but this is a great opportunity. Look at the blue and white shirts in there waiting for the ball across. And it wasn't the best cross. And the deflection didn't make it any easier for Emile Heskey.
Torres ball down the middle. Away by Leighton Baines. Missed the Portsmouth win with a calf injury. Kolo Touré. Now Johan Jourou. This is Clichy. Henry. Away by Taylor. Paul Jewell says he's sick of the tag of valiant losers for his team. He'd like the compliments to be added to by more points. They don't have a good record against the top four teams. They haven't beaten any of them. In fact, they've lost all of their games against them since they've been in the Premiership.
Well, that'll start to change at some time. But you would expect with the form Arsenal are in at home, it might not be today. Well, we shall see.
Fabregas has got back onto his feet. A problem, it seemed, with his left knee, but he's trying to run it off. Here's Clichy. Emerson Boyce with a header away. Back by Taylor. It's Fitzhall. Clichy in sharply then on Emile Heskey. Fell to Skoko though. Here's Jourou. Gilberto. Hoyt. Walcott. And back by Baines.
Might be a good little battle this, Walcott and Baines down this side of the pitch.
Well, he's escaped from Baines this time. He's found Henry, who's returned it to Walcott. Got another chance here.
Free kick against Baptista. It's given against you. Sorry, big man. He felt his shot was been pulled prior to that. I think that's his complaint. The one thing about this, he's got a great opportunity. I think Walcott would fade in now to deliver a tailing ball. He doesn't. And Baptista's in. And then he backs away, feels his shot's been pulled. Really surprised. But the first ball in is the important one for Walcott, and he couldn't produce it.
It's a long one-on-one talk he had out there with his captain prior to the match.
Just a bit.
Taylor. Fell short for Hall. He still made the tackle. Skoko. That's a good ball. Clichy on the tackle. Now Rosicki. Fabregas. Batista just couldn't take it in his stride. It was Fabregas who opened up the Wigan defence late on in the meeting earlier in the season. Piercing ball that Adebayor came onto to win the match late on. It's Fitzhall. Giroud. There's Fabregas. Gilberto. Rosicki. Foul by Hall, and referee filled out. Wants a word. It's the same referee who was in charge of the League Cup tie between these two at Highbury last season when Wigan got through to the final on away goals. Henry has come out to take the free kick. Gilberto, Giroud, Touré all forward for it.
They just like to do this, the Arsenal skipper come and deliver the ball in.
Decided to have a go in the end.
Well, it was surely, unless it was a horrendous error, it was never going to trouble the goalkeeper, because it's impossible to get across the front of it at that angle to put the goalkeeper off.
Fabregas. Point. Gilberto. Fabregas. And onside, Theo Walcott looking to line it up for Batista and just putting too much on it. Here's Rosicki. Got his hand behind it.
Good handling from the goalkeeper. But I just wonder about Henry. Should he have been given offside as he's making a run for the ball? He might have been. The linesman keeps the flag down. See, I think that's another great opportunity for Walcott. Overhits the ball this time. And all he can do is just retrieve it. And then again, right at the end, this is good handling. Strikes it well enough, but straight at him.
Henry's header, flag up this time against Fabregas.
No, Henry again, Bob. Just straight, like so often. They wait and wait and wait, these officials now, the linesman. Just here, there you go. Ball's played, you see Henry. Offside. But he waits and waits and waits and waits. Now everyone thinks it's Fabregas, and they think, well, you're wrong. That's how confusing it could be for supporters who are watching.
So they came across the front of McCulloch. Touré, the man who kept Arsenal in the FA Cup against Bolton. They've got that replay to come this week. With Bolton in their sights today for having overtaken them in the Premiership with that match earlier. A draw will be good enough to get Arsenal back into fourth place, but it won't be good enough for Arsene Wenger. Here's Rosicki. Kirkland has had this reputation as being injury-prone, but he's played in every Premiership game so far this season. In fact, today, he's reached more Premiership appearances in a season for Wigan than he did in 5 years at Liverpool.
Yeah, you can understand the problem he's had in making an England place his own. Certainly got the talent. He needs to prove he can play regularly.
Here's Lanzat. Good strike.
I have to say, this is a decent start to this game. I wondered about Wigan, but they've come out and tried to go at them. Maybe the downfall, mind you.
Well, will they be caught at the other end? No, Henry has just overplayed it against Fitzhall, and it's clear to McCulloch. Emil Heskey. Taking on Hoyt.
Just about did enough, Justin Hoyt, you know. Get half a block on the ball. But look how stretched this game. We're not even 15 minutes in, and there's 60, 70 yards separating back fours. I think that plays into Arsenal's hands.
Here's Henry. Rosicki makes his move.
this side of the ground think it's in, don't they? Where you and I sitting, they all went up behind us. The only thing missing was a net rustling. It's a typical Arsenal break, but they get plenty back. Full credit, but they can't cope with the ball in the run. I guess Boyce will think he did enough. He got across, he shadowed him, forced him wide. He probably did. But at the other end, this moments earlier, this is a super strike from Daniel Lanza. Look at the ball moving. Goalkeeper does well. Good save from Lehmann, pushed it away and not out in front of him.
Well, from the very first day that Wigan came into the Premiership and were unlucky to lose late on to Chelsea, they've lain down and died in front of the big teams. And they're making a real go of it here as well.
I just think it's lovely and open, such an open field of the game.
Goal kick.
Well, not a bad start. 6 in the opening 12 or 13 minutes. The goalkeeper's been asked to do a bit of work.
Just a little bit of concern for Arsene Wenger at the moment is that Fabregas is still not moving too comfortably after that knee injury he suffered earlier. Zitsky. Here's Fabregas. Now Gilberto. Batista has played in Walcott here. Fabregas in the middle. Henry! Oh.
Did it take a bubble? I'm joking. Well, it's a brilliant move. Batista. This is what Walcott does different from Rosicky. Keeps the width so they can play that ball. And this time he does find the target. And it just goes to show that even the great man, when you think this is bread and butter, this is 1-0, and it's not that difficult if I'm honest. It sat up a long way away from him. It didn't just hop over his foot. So he had time to adjust, and if he needed to pick his spot. So poor miss.
This is one pitch you can never ever blame, isn't it?
I know.
Here's Skoko. Well, they're giving as good as they're getting in terms of the number of attacks they're mounting, Wigan.
I mean, there'll be people watching this, Robin. I don't want this to stop. I don't want the way this game's been played to change in any way. But I guess there'll be loads of people watching thinking about Wigan just can't win it playing like this. You know, eventually they'll get outplayed. I just think it's great if he has Paul set his team out to have a go here and play attractive football and pass and try and win the games. Great. Now, he's a handful. He frustrates me as a football lover because I watched him be unplayable against Chelsea a month or so ago up at Wigan. And if he could produce that, why would England be worried about finding another centre forward? That would be my question.
He's 1 goal short, Emil Heskey, of 100 league goals in his career, a milestone that, in truth, you would have expected him to have already reached by now. In the back of Henry by Emerson Boyce. We're waiting for Touré to be joined by Johan Joru, who's also come forward for this free kick. Floats it in towards Gilberto. Cleared to Clichy. Now Henry. Play by Hall. Here's Rositzky. Justin Hoyt. Toure. Laid back by Henry. Retrieved by Julio Batista. And here's Gilberto. Here's Gilberto. Fabregas. Now Clichy. Toure. Fabregas helping it on to Henry. Pushed it up to the through ball. This is Skoko. Clichy. Rositzky. Now McCulloch. Skoko finding Leighton Baines. McCulloch has joined the front two in the middle. Good work by Baines.
Oh, what a pity. What a pity. Well, Wigan are enjoying this when they get possession because Arsenal are allowing them to play time and space like this. And he's not tracked. This is superb football from Baines. Just kids him on, and well, the only thing missing is a decent ball. But again, forearm and support Wigan players. Good sign.
Rositzky. Fabregas. Batista, Walcott in space. And Hall gets it away, but gives it away as well to Rositzky. Henry, Walcott had closer to him than he expected. They want to keep it in though. Win the throw out of Leighton Baines.
Well, that has been a good little battle already, the first 20 minutes.
Walcott, nice layoff to Toure. It's back by Heskey.
Well, he got back just about Emil Heskey because he got caught. A little bit of ball watching. Toure played a little 1-2. Heskey just about got back on him.
Played in by Fabregas. Boyce underneath it this time. Heskey. Clichy. Away from Taylor. Here's Batista. Rositzky. Turned it to him and he's won the free kick.
No, I think that's a bad free kick from McCulloch. That kind of distance right in front of goal. Totally unnecessary. Just track him, he's run, but no need to tuck away at him like that. That's absolutely stupid.
Well, more within range now for Henry or Batista to have a go.
Well, they've got that wall well out there to stop the one round it.
Will that be enough to stop Henry? Henry!
And he went for the old reverse one. I think it's gone wide. And it's a comfortable save, so he just gets a hold of it. Looks like it's just drifting wide.
Walcott. Hoyt. Walcott again up against Leighton Baines. Brilliant ball played through. The offside flag was up anyway, though, against Henry.
Fitzhall did well as well, though. He didn't know. Just drifts there. Lovely spot. If Walcott picks this out, it's a great spot. Fitzhall was good enough defensively to get something on it.
FA Cup replay action to come this week from the Riverside. It's Middlesbrough against Bristol City. Sky Sports 1 and HD1 Tuesday from 7:30. Led by Toure. Arsenal's destiny in terms of the FA Cup still uncertain because of the replay that they've still got to face.
Oh, at their favourite ground, you mean?
Yes, I'm sure they won't be relishing that trip. Because of commitments elsewhere, this is actually their last Premiership game of February. Champions League and a League Cup final to come as well in this month. Rosicki's ball in. No, and Boyce has missed his kick. And how lucky is he?
Well, he's lucky because he actually gets something on it, you know, Rob. It actually comes off him. But fortunately for him, it's enough to take it past Henry and not enough to take it into the bottom corner. There's a touch. It's past Henry. I guess he'll tell us he picked that one. It was meant. I just thought I'd slide it past for a corner, he said to his teammates. Don't worry.
Arsenal's first corner comes to nothing as Walcott's kick was easily dealt with.
I'm not saying that was an easy ball from Rosicki to deal with. But that's all. It was almost one of them, you shut your eyes and hope for the best. It goes wide.
It was a hard-stopping moment, that, for Emerson Boyce. Jackson's header. Now McCulloch. Walcott. Now Henry.
And although they've done quite well, Wigan in they have, they've still had a lot of defending to do. You look at that, a quarter of the game played in that defensive third of theirs.
Here's Rosicki. Clichy. Take on Taylor here. Leighton Baines may be a colleague of Theo Walcott in future England squads. Interesting tussle between the pair of them today. Jury. Clichy. Misunderstanding between Batista and Rosicki. This is Lanzat. Now Matt Jackson. Baines. Heskey back to McCulloch. Here's Skoko. McCulloch.
It wasn't off either. They would have been turning on to that. Would have made a difference.
Gilberto. Toure. McCulloch. Toure was looking at Lehman, but in the end he had to deal with it.
I'm not so sure I would have been asking my goalkeeper to come and deal with that either. I think he should have gone after that right from the start.
Here's Batista. Walcott. Fabregas. Heskey.
He's probably going to book him here. Otherwise, I'm not so sure why he would stop play. I don't think there's a lot in this. I think this is touch and go that he wins the ball or not. Both come in. What is that? Little nudge, if anything? I think that's really harsh.
Toure himself can barely believe it. It is his 8th caution of the season.
He's racking them up.
Paul Jewell was happy that play was stopped.
I think that would have been his concern. I mean, Agahawa had the ball, he was at the back four.
Meanwhile, Arsene Wenger rails against the injustice of the booking. McCulloch. It's Baines' cross. Corner.
Gilberto doing what he does best there, just filling a little gap at that front post when Colo Toure get dragged wide.
Oh, this is an area where Heskey will have to show his strength. McCulloch pretty useful in there too. And Jackson, who has scored in the Premiership this season, is also in there for the kick. Well, free kick was given to Roman. Been called out by the corner.
Rather quick to get a free kick. Will you show me what somebody does wrong here? Go on, tell me.
I'm looking to you for an explanation.
Well, no, I just think referees are just too quick to put a whistle in their mouth when a goalkeeper makes a mistake. And that's what, quite simply, that's what Lehman did. He made a mistake.
Batista. Cleared by Boyce. Now McCulloch. Voigt. Gilberto.
Well, it didn't need to be fierce. He applauds the attempt, I think. Certainly not applauding the quality. Just didn't need to be as fiercely struck, that pass. You see the little gaps there, you look at it, he just wants it fed in. He rather drills it through.
Nipped on by Batista, but Boyce was underneath it. That's Baines. Toure. Ball. Giroud. Pushing the pressure, and Agahawa won it. Taylor's ball in, for which McCulloch will challenge.
And he just got underneath it. He just got himself in a little bit early. McCulloch just mistimed it. So he's always leaning back. chances that Wigan get to pursue something. That right to left ball over Justin Hoyt would be something they'd look for.
Wigan have gone 5 on the road without winning since their last away victory, which was in London at Upton Park. 2 of the 3 away wins they have achieved this season have been in the capital, the other one at Fulham. There's been a spirit of adventure about them here. Lanzat, who produced a decent save from Lehmann. Batista holds on to it. Brings the throw out of Ryan Taylor. Baines. The header that Giroud had to make with Lanzat just getting in behind. There's Johan Giroud to Cesc Fabregas. Now Rosicky. Jackson. In the chase for it with Giroud, and he shrugged him off. Tried to line it up for Skoko. It's broken back here to Denny Lanzat. Oh. What a screamer! Pick that one out.
Just when you think the quality of goals that we are seeing in the Premiership can't get any better, someone pops up and does something. But this goes way back, I think, to Matt Jackson. And I think he does brilliantly. He kids on, he's going to play it left. He sucks cliche forward, but then he just drags it and changes it and drops it over the top. Agahawa makes it something. But they think they've cleared the danger. But have a look at this. Have a look at this. What a strike from Lanzat. What a hit. One touch and then pick your spot. Ball moving. And yet again, Arsenal concede first at home.
Yes, they've given their opponents a goal start again at the Emirates, and what a goal. A truly memorable strike from Lanzat. And rich reward for Wigan for their bold approach here. Henry. Jackson makes the tackle. Rosicky. Fabregas. Cleared by McCulloch. Taylor. Agahawa looking to get away this time, but Giroud just has the edge.
I mean, you're thinking when he hit that, did it brush off Gilberto? The ball moves that much. Just after it passes Gilberto, who goes out to face him up. I'm just not sure he hit it that well, whether it was just a natural movement of the ball or whether it clipped off him.
Here's McCulloch. Baines. Here's Lanzat. Skoko. McCulloch. Now Baines on the break. Going to pull one back for Heskey. It's cleared. Can he do it again? Giroud makes the tackle this time to stop him. Henry. Arsenal shell-shocked.
Well, have a look at this to see what I mean when Matt Jackson. Watch the left back here when the ball goes back to Jackson. Now watch him, he springs forward, look, he thinks it's going in. Jackson changes his mind and drops it over the top. Lovely football from him, but Agahawa makes something out of basically nothing. And then just watch the rest. This doesn't need words. Does it clip Gilberto now? Here we go. He comes out. I don't think so. Just a, I was going to say natural trace of the ball, but it's unnatural at times, isn't it?
Lanzat's goal all the way, only his second for Wigan, but One to remember, one to savour.
Well, this is becoming second place to the manager, isn't it? Watch his team go down and come charging back in the second half. Either to draw or win the game.
Well, there'll be no immediate panic for Arsene Wenger and Pat Rice. The team do tend to grow strong late in games. But have even come from 2 down here against Portsmouth to get a point.
I just thought Heskey had a chance just there, you know. That ball was played through to him. If he had got the foot on it to take it in his stride, he might well have been in. It's not bad. 2 apiece.
Heskey came back from an offside position.
And Colo Toure took a chance.
Well, this now the 11th time in all competitions that Arsenal have given opponents a goal start here.
No. 11. And they're unbeaten.
Incredibly, they are.
Well, I think Arsene Wenger should by now understand that a team like Wigan, who have lost 9 in a row, managed to get a win, and come in here against a team who have not lost here and go into the lead, has got to surely understand that if they take a little bit of time and...
McCulloch with a header on. Oh. Nakahara, who was involved in the goal move anyway.
Well, McCulloch again in there. He gets in. I tell you what, he's not often. Well, I think for someone of his experience, just got to work the goalkeeper. Not easy though, I have to confess that chance, not easy.
Taylor.
If you look for points in a game, 20 minutes and not conceding, they'd have looked for Paul Jewell. Achieved that. Could they nick something? They've achieved that now. Half-time. Can they get there with this lead intact? That's hugely important. Hugely.
Here's Gilberto. By Hoyt. And now Colo Toure. Gilberto. Not only Wigan fans who'll be celebrating that goal, I'm sure there'll be a few pretty chuffed Bolton supporters as well. Still a long way to go, though. Well, he does have that man in reserve, Emmanuel Adebayor, who late on got the winner against Wigan earlier in the season.
And Heskey and Fabregas having a little set to there. I'll back away if I was Fabregas. I don't fancy my chances much there.
Now Arsenal looking to strike back.
Yeah, there's a little bit of contact and it looked a little clumsy before they reached the penalty area. As he goes round Boyce there's a handoff. But from there, he loses his balance and just collapses and falls. But anything that did happen happened way outside the box. And I think the referee's entitled to let that go. That's him just collapsing at the end. Not going to get that.
There's a dive just off balance from Thierry Henry. Toure thought again about leaving it to Lehmann, and a bit of uncertainty between those two with Heskey around. Clichy, away goes Gilberto!
There's your holding midfield player for you. He just plays what he sees. Super run. The shorter balls up at Wigan, take that one home with him, I think. That's come back.
A souvenir worth having if Wigan hold on.
And 2 or 3 minutes of concentration required now for Wigan. Really determined defending you feel needed.
Henry. Just slipping through to Fabregas. Batista. Wilcott. Henry climbs, but Fitzhall. Here's Toure. Point. Wilcott. Point. First time from Fabregas.
This will be a breather. Just what they wanted, Wigan. Goal kick. That's what I love about this league. What anyone says about it, it has warts. There's no doubt about that. Everyone, including myself, putting this down as a home banker, but you need to, you have to earn everything you get here, particularly first goals. Don't care who you play.
Arsene Wenger made the point pre-match, didn't he, that it's very often these sort of games in which Arsenal do slip up.
Yeah, I would say away from home more so. At home, they lost points to Villa, Borough, Everton, Newcastle and Pompey.
Lanzat, now Taylor. And it's Heskey! Hits the post! What a big chance for Emil Heskey!
Well, how big a chance? We will know in the fullness of time.
3 added minutes, enough time for Arsenal to make the most of their good fortune there and strike back here. Batista looking to do that. It's deflected back out to Clichy. Wigan have a man down. Arsenal play on. Henry! And it's wide!
Oh, what a first half we've had. It's finishing absolutely unbelievably. Well, he should score. I think he should anyway. Having gotten up there and having a header like that, I mean, he brushes the post. It's a coat of paint. Climbs up, brilliantly gets up there early. He thinks he scored, but wrong side of the post, and then this sublime little pass. And then I think fingertips, I'm telling you, I think Lehmann maybe just got something on this. He does. Touch! And that's what makes it 1-0 and not 2. Fingers in the Germans' goalkeeper's hands. I tell you, unbelievable little 60 seconds there.
Well, it's been a fantastic first half. 2 big chances, and by Thierry Henry's standards, straightforward chances that he squandered. But the fingertips of Jens Lehmann have ensured that Arsenal's position isn't even worse than it is now.
Goodness me. Certainly wasn't the quality of the ball he played through for Heskey. Ryan Taylor there.
Clichy. Fabregas with the free kick. This is going to be Arsenal's last chance to go in at half-time level. Hall is the one who meets it, though. point. Away by Hall.
Well, they're just about there, Wigan, for the first half anyway.
That's Batista.
Well, that surely is it. Well, at least going one up. How close they were to making it to there.
Incredible.
The full match for them, they've been open, they haven't sat back.
Getting to be a habit this for Arsenal, giving teams a goal start. They were Jens Lehmann's fingertips away from giving Wigan a 2-goal start, having been beaten by Lanzat. He denied Heskey, and Thierry Henry squandered a couple as well. It's Arsenal 0, Wigan 1.
Well, as Rob was saying, 11 times they've been behind here, Arsenal, this season. 8 in the league. They haven't lost yet. David Platt and Gary McAllister are here. He made it 1-0. Emil Heskey nearly made it 2. Oh, what a half.
Go and enjoy it. You know, if we leave here with a point, or dare I say it, leave with 3, it'd be brilliant. But they look very relaxed. They look to be enjoying themselves, the Wigan players.
West Ham and Charlton and Watford will all be watching this very anxiously, David. Just imagine were Wigan to win here. Is that virtually done then?
Makes it very, very tough for the bottom 3. There'll be an 8-point cushion that Wigan have got, and you know, they're not winning games, and those bottom 3 aren't winning games. But 8 points might be a bit too much for them, I think.
And we should remind ourselves that Arsenal surrendered 4th place earlier this afternoon when Bolton beat Fulham, so they sit in the Champions League places. And Big Sam said then, I can sit back and enjoy the afternoon. I think he will be at the moment, don't you?
Absolutely. You know, the thing is that both sides have got so much to play for. You know, you can't imagine Arsenal not getting in the top 4 with the quality they've got. You know, but Wigan have proved with being brave in the first half that you can cause upsets.
Well, the Gunners are back. We had this problem a little earlier in the afternoon when Fulham were back on the pitch and there was no sign of Bolton. Now Wigan join us. And they lead at the Emirates. Can they become the first to win here? Let's rejoin our commentators Andy Gray and Rob Hawthorne.
Well, despite that stunning goal from Denny Lanzat that's given Wigan their half-time lead, nothing will be taken for granted. Wigan, remember, were leading on their last ever visit to Highbury. The last ever league match played there, they were 2-1 up, and then Thierry Henry took control and rattled in a hat-trick. With one more miss from the Arsenal captain, and it will be a hat-trick of missed chances today. Arsenal, though, have scored in every single Premiership match here so far. The only game at their new ground in which they didn't score was that Champions League match against CSKA Moscow, and no one who was here that night can quite believe they didn't score with a number of chances that they had that day. Is it going to be that kind of day again? Wigan hope so. Good news for Wigan is that this is one of 2 games in hand that they actually have over the teams below them, West Ham and Charlton, and yet they could open up an 8-point gap and just start to make Manchester City, who are ahead of them, sweat a little bit more as well. Wigan then, incredibly, with a 1-0 lead to preserve for the whole of the second half. Can they hang on? Or will they live to rue Emil Heskey's first half miss? That save from Jens Lehmann could yet prove crucial. Wigan then get us restarted with a big incentive to hang on. What a boost it would be to a troubled season for them if they were to become the first visitors to win here at the Emirates Stadium. Here's Giroud, whose clearance landed kindly for Lanzat to rattle in that cracking first half goal. By Hall.
Well, I think the first thing to say is there's no way that you would think that Paul Jewell has said, listen, we're 1 up, let's try and protect that. That would be folly. I agree with the lads in the studio. I think it's play the way you have done. Try and get a second, be brave on the ball. And get lucky, because to be honest, they have got 2 gilt-edged chances that their main man, Arsenal's main man, has missed. And the scoreline might be different.
Well, they have got this man to call on, Emmanuel Adebayor, if things continue to drift away from Arsenal. Thierry Henry, though, has scored in every Premiership match since the turn of the year. It's back by Agahawa. And here's Fitzhall. Agahawa leaping forward behind Gilberto. Heskey applying the pressure to Giroud. To Arsenal's cause. It's a year and 10 days since Arsenal last lost a home match, West Ham winning 3-2 at Highbury. Gilberto. Batista. Oh, just keeping an eye on Rositzky. Doing enough. Rositzky's revenge will at least allow Wigan to waste a few more seconds.
Well, they thought this was going out Fitzhall, but it never looked like doing so, and Rositzky made him have to deal with it. And as he just plays it, well, it's a token gesture of a tackle, really.
Sure, Hall and Wigan will be happy with the little disruption, though, that's been brought about to Arsenal.
I think that's been a big choice, that, today. Ryan Taylor played right back last game, the win at Portsmouth, but I think the inclusion of Hall at right back has given them that extra defensive quality and the height and experience to deal with it. And they've just moved Taylor further up the pitch. He's not the first, nor will he be the last to feel the power of Emile Heskey. It's an honest and genuine jump. I don't think he does anything wrong. His eyes firmly fixed on the ball. He's using his arms for leverage. And yes, there's a coming together. That happens in the game. It doesn't mean it's a foul. He's unlucky. Fabregas having a little chip at him there. That's who's talking to him, just to his right. He's looking at him now. They had a little chip at each other in the first half. And as I say, still going. I know who my money would be on.
Well, Arsenal were unhappy last week, weren't they, about what they thought was a stray Viduka elbow on Kolo Touré. This time it's Giroud who's felt the full force of Emile Heskey's arm.
Well, you play centre-back in this league, and you have to expect that it's going to happen once or twice. And trust me, if you play it centre-forward in this league, it happens once or twice. I mean, there's 6 or 1, half a dozen of the other at times. I just don't think in that instance that was a foul, even. Honest jump.
He's been knocked about a fair bit by it, Johan Giroud. So Gilberto will temporarily have to cover for him.
Well, they're just checking if there's any break, I guess, the dock there.
Arsenal short on numbers at the moment at the back. Sendros suspended, Gallas injured, Boué injured. Took the break, and Arsene Wenger was looking for an indication here as to Johan Giroud's welfare.
Well, I think Arsene Wenger's made the decision. They were asking him, and it seemed to me that Arsene Wenger says no. I think they'll get Adebayor on.
And the flag stays down for Heskey!
Oh, well, he's had 2 brilliant chances, one either side at half-time, to put Wigan in dreamland. I don't think he's offside. And there he makes the run. The ball's played. He's not. No one is, in fact, because Hoyt's playing them all onside. They're just a bit of subtlety, a little bit of subtlety from Heskey. And what I mean, he thrashes at this. He really puts some power in that, and he's never going to get it down by doing so. A little bit of subtlety, lift it over the goalkeeper, and he surely scores there. Adebayor is on. Gilberto back to centre-back.
Julio Batista has dropped back in consequence.
Oh, that must have been close. He has a little look at the linesman. We'll have a look at this one. There you go. That's very, very close. I don't think that's offside. What's happening to the front man getting the benefit? It doesn't happen often, does it now? But Paul Jewell, should this game go against him, and Emil Heskey in particular, will reflect on 2 gilt chances within 6 minutes, either side of half-time.
Clichy pulls it across. Skoko gets it away to Denny Lanzak, and then to Agahawa. Skoko. Here's Fabregas. Voigt. Theo Walcott. Julio Batista. And here's Touré. Clichy. Away by Fitzhall. Here's Agahawa. Taylor. Voigt. Fabregas.
They are committed, aren't they, to going forward now. That midfield will empty at times. Arsenal's I'm talking about. Baptista will look to get forward and score. Fabregas will look to get forward and influence the game high up the pitch. So it will empty at times. And if Wigan can get possession and spring it, they might just get at Arsenal a little bit.
Here's Walcott. Now Adebayor. Voigt. Touré. Gilberto. Batista's loose pass, and that's Taylor. Clichy. Batista back to Touré. Down the middle looking for Adebayor. It was Boyce who made the header. And Baines steers it away from trouble in the face of Walcott. Skoko finds Heskey. Juru has been taken away for an X-ray here. There are facilities at this ground to do that, to see if there is any break to the nose.
Yeah, but nothing to do with the decision to take him off. I think Wenger made that. He thought, I need to get Adebayor on. That was always in his plan, I think. Keeps Baptista on the pitch. Potential goal scorer. Keeps Gilberto on the pitch, good influence.
Here's Clichy. Weaving a way through. Was he tripped?
No,
the referee ignores.
I agree with the referee, and there's no real complaint from anyone in a red and white shirt.
And they've got on with a quick corner kick. And it's Rosicki who plays it across.
He's got to give him a shout, Leighton Baines. He's got to give him a shout to help Emil Heskey out there. Simple ball for him to deal with, a difficult one for Heskey, who doesn't know what's behind him. All they've done is give another corner away.
Walcott who takes.
No, I think the referee felt he's got the best view he could have. Look at him, he's right behind Clichy. Absolutely no contact whatsoever from Taylor, I think it was. If Wigan can hold on at the back, they can still nibble away, you know, at this end.
McCulloch here looking for an opening. Lanzat. Gilberto. Rosicki. Here's Fabregas. Walcott. Henry. Adebayor running at Fitzhall. Fabregas lands that away, not convincingly. Henry with the header down. Batista always going well wide.
Well, that was a difficult chance. But Lanzat's header's the one that causes a problem. When he dinks this up, he really just heads it back across goal almost. Look at that. Just back into the penalty area. That's a difficult opportunity. Just swings at it. But he has a penalty shot here. And Taylor, you watch, there's nothing there. He collapses into the ground. Referee's looking straight at it. It's a good decision.
Here's Rosicki. That one is a foul by Taylor. Fabregas. Skoko. Kolo Touré. Fabregas.
No, what they're complaining about as well. They're saying, what about Rosicki against Fitzhall down the other corner? That did nothing. Arsene Wenger out with his arms wide again there, exasperated, but time will be added. The referee's aware of this.
Well, I was making the point about the amount of time that's slipping away to Peter Walton, I'm sure, Arsene Wenger. Touré, Henry, Heskey, Lanza, Walcott, Fabregas, Henry, pulled across, Walcott!
Well, it's not a chance, but what I would say is you've got to work him. That was great pressure from Arsenal. Red shirt surrounded the ball in midfield. They won it early. I know it's not easy. It's at a decent pace, and well, it's just high, wide, and handsome from Pierre Walcott.
Well, the efforts on target hasn't changed from the first half, but the thing that's concerning the crowd is every time Kirkland gets the ball, the amount of time being taken. The referee has warned him already. Another great hit! Skoko that time.
Cool. Almost saying, if you can do it, so can I, his midfield partner. That's a glorious strike. This is only a, what, couple of feet? Oh, what a brilliant strike, beautifully executed. Oh, that's close. No, that's close. And that's what I mean about Wigan. They'll just keep chipping away. They haven't just said, we're going to go and camp in our own half now and let you come on to us. They've said, yeah, we'll defend with numbers if we have to. But if we can get the chance of getting the ball back off you, we will try and influence the game.
Here's Clichy.
Well, 1/3 of the game away.
The danger sign's growing. Adebayor. Away by Jackson, calmly dealt with, but Henry applauds the service. Clearly a great understanding between he and Adebayor. Clichy with the throw. Gilberto. Hoyt. It's Walcott's cross. Fitzhall's header away. Clichy. Rosicki. Emmanuel Adebayor. Fabregas. Rosicki. Fancies a crack!
Oh, it's another attempt, but yet again, it hasn't worked. I've asked the question of Chris Kirkland. Always dangerous to allow Rosicki to come in field onto his strong side like that. But he really hasn't got anything to shoot at. players in front of him everywhere.
Again, Arsene Wenger raising the time-wasting issue. It's always very deliberate now when Kirkland gets the ball. He moves to the opposite end of his 6-yard box and takes a slow walk up, but can't really blame Wigan. What a prized victory this would be. But still a long time to go, and Arsenal notoriously do grow into the games late on. As Manchester United fans to their cost here.
Well, I think what happens, Robin, you know, I think Manchester United took some unfair stick about certain areas of fitness. If you're chasing a game, of course you're going to be in the ascendancy. It's like here. Are you saying that Wigan are susceptible now just because they're under a bit of pressure? No, they're protecting a 1-0 lead, so of course Arsenal, who are chasing it at home, are going to be having the majority of the play. That's what it is in football. Doesn't mean to say they're not fit.
Here's Batista, Fabregas. It's a mammoth task this for Wigan, holding out against a team of so much talent. In terms of spirit, Wigan never found wanting. Henry, Fabregas. Henry looking to get in, but Boyce is the man who gets there. Collides with his own goalkeeper as well, Chris Kirkland. He won't be rushing back to his feet.
Well, he did get a whack here, that's why he won't be rushing back to his feet. It's a decent little 1-2. He comes clattering in to Emerson Boyce here. I think it's his left thigh, is it, that makes contact. I run about the knee. But with Chris Kirkland, you know the history he's had. You do worry about him every time this happens to the lad.
Protected from international duty by his manager Paul Jewell this week because of a shoulder problem he had.
And they just better be alive. I know he's had treatment, but there's 2 against 1 at the corner down here. And Wigan haven't reacted. It doesn't look like they're going to use it, Fabregas and Walcott.
Corner in towards Adebayor. Cleared for another by Lee McCulloch. Wigan looking to protect their lead, but the threat is growing here from Arsenal. Kirkland takes the pressure.
Left back's gone. Oh, he looked and he looked. The last 10 minutes has been interesting. Plenty of pressure you can see, and I expect that 33% to possibly get higher as this half goes on. And the longer Arsenal take to get level, if they do.
Henry with a header back. It's Adebayor. Henry. Didn't make the angle. But he's won another corner. Well, the corners are the cues for Toure and Gilberto to come forward. It's Cesc Fabregas who takes.
Yeah, good take. Well, he hangs him up with that, Cesc Fabregas. I expect Kirkland to come and take all of those.
Skoko won it. Here's Agahawa. He slipped it through to Denny Lanzat.
Needs a bit of support, didn't have it. And now there are 2, 4, 6 of them ahead of the ball.
She got to it ahead of Skoko, but Fitzhall covering behind, eases the pressure again. Arsenal planning to use the full depth of their bench and use their 2 remaining substitutes.
Well, they'll have to. You think Walcott must be in doubt, stay in the distance. Not quite influenced the game second half at all, Theo Walcott.
Well, the corner count rattling up. Adebayor wins the latest out of Emerson Boyce.
Changes to be made right now. He's going to do it before the corner, Arsene Wenger.
Matteo Flamini and Jeremy Aliadier, the 2 players who are going to come on here for Arsenal once formalities are sorted out with the fourth official.
Well, I thought Theo Walcott would be under pressure, and Hoyt the other.
So the two Englishmen withdrawn.
Boys and Theo Walcott have been replaced by Walia Flamini and Jeremy Allier.
The two Frenchmen on, Ali Adier and Mathieu Flamini, who was actually in the French international squad for the first time this week against Argentina, although he didn't get on. Rosicki with this kick. Goes deeper this time. And another. Fabregas has put his last couple into Kirkland's hands. From the other side. Doesn't even reach the goalkeeper this time. Flamini won the head. Fabregas with the ball across. Gilberto trying to leap against Heskey. Questions asked about what part of the body that made contact with. I think one or two Arsenal fans felt Heskey got a hand to it.
Well, a shouting handball as soon as it was. As Gilberto and Heskey went up. I think the referee seemed to be pointing to a push against Gilberto. He's given a free kick. His arm goes up, but I can guarantee you this is a free kick. And that's why Henry is running with the ball to place it there so that Chris Cutler can take it.
Confirmation that Arsenal have now used all of their substitutes by taking off Hoyt and Walcott and bringing on Flamini and Jeremy Allier. Here's Gilberto. Certainly Flamini and Allier with plenty of time to make their impact, sent on with a quarter of the game left. Here's Rosicki. Skoko.
He's offside. If the ball had gone early enough, then he wouldn't have been Agahawa. And that's where Arsenal, if it goes now, he's not. Then watch this. Colatori just steps forward. It's an easy decision to give. And that's what Arsenal have just got to be careful, because that threat remains when Wigan get the ball.
He's looking to put them under more pressure, but Toure comes across and deals with it. Fabregas. Clichy. Away by Hall. Gilberto.
He's offside again. Adebayor.
Well, the goal that he got at Wigan, one of four he managed in December. Emmanuel Adebayor. He hasn't scored in his last four appearances in the Premiership.
Well, that was a late one. You talked about the form against the top four. I can remember, what, two Chelsea late ones this year. And lost 3-2, and then in their opening game when Hernan Crespo smashed one in a game they'd done ever so well in the last minute of stoppage time to lose the game. So maybe Paul Gio feels he's due a bit of luck against one of the big boys.
And it's 14 Premiership matches that they've played against last season's top four and lost all of them. Allier.
Just keeping the ball there, not backing away. Just eats up the clock, eats up a bit of time, just makes Arsenal more and more frustrated. You know, Arsenal don't want to be playing the game where they are right this moment in time. And every half minute or so that Wigan can keep the ball there, precious to them.
Henry. Clichy. Rosicki. Clichy again. tried unselfishly to lay it into the path of Henry.
Well, Daniel Anzat's big toe just stopped the path of the ball.
Toure down the middle, flag up against Adebayor. Won't count, he's offside.
Well, that is borderline. Well, that's a man who's dead in line. And just how close. Oh, he's just leaning off. That's all I would say there, I tell you. His feet aren't, but he's leaning off. You get them sometimes. You get them. But not today.
Taylor. Rosicki. Batista, Fabregas. The play in Matteo Flamini.
They're furious. The Wigan players over there are absolutely livid. He can't believe it. Matt Jackson was having a pop at the linesman.
Nervous moments these for Wigan. Flamini drifts his corner across. It was a header well won by Gilberto. Toure. Adebayor tried to drag it back through for Kolo Toure, but Wigan had enough numbers there to smother that attack.
Well, what a ball that is.
He stuck his head in against the raised boot of Gilberto.
Well, that's a foul in any other league apart from this one in Europe.
Lanzat losing out to Fabregas. Adebayor is offside again.
Yeah, looked a mile that time. Well, they better take it. They will annoy the referee, especially for a throw-in if they don't get on with it.
Baines has to be especially careful. He's on a yellow card. Good to take on Flamini.
Clever. Got the nutmegs and then the challenge. 15 minutes away from Greenland.
It'll be pure heaven if they get a second. Taylor capable of really good delivery. Smashes that one across and Gilberto had to deal with it.
Well, that was almost a shot, like pace, wasn't it? Brilliant header from Gilberto.
Looks to keep the pressure up here. He got in front of Clichy, but not quite enough on it. And Gilberto gets it away to Fabregas.
Well, Skoko was just a little on his heels. Should have expected his teammate to win that header, Heskey.
There's Ali Adier. Flamini. He's holding him up. Really hassling him and harrying him, Leighton Baines. Free kick given.
That's what you see about football and tactics. This last 15 minutes, you've got nothing to do with tactics. Because you know what Arsenal are going to pour forward. put the ball in the box. And Wigan are going to try and defend as best they can and hope to break and nick another.
Fabregas with a kick, cleared by McCulloch, back in by Rosicki. Knocked away by Skoko. Well, they've got another free kick now out of Ryan Taylor, and Rosicki wants to get on with it and does get on with it. It's Kolo Touré. He's past Skoko. Heskey careful not to dive in. Well, it's going to take plenty of brave defending now from Wigan to hold on to this precious lead.
Oh, it's concentration. That's what set plays are all about. It's about marking your man and making sure he doesn't score.
Here's Touré. Flamini warned of the arrival of Agahawa. Clichy. Gilberto sends it in. Scooped up for Adebayor. It's Taylor who breaks with it for Wigan. Lanzat. Agahawa. Heskey got him behind Flamini.
That's clumsy. Ooh, that's clumsy. My question to Emil Heskey is, if there's no contact, why are you going down? You're beyond the last defender. Well, look, he's in behind Flamini. The arm goes up top of the shoulder. There's contact there. Well, is there enough? There's the arm. There's a pull on the left shoulder. You see it there. Ref has a look at it but says no. I will say, I don't know too many front men who are in beyond and free to go down.
Phil Jewell feels that he should have had a decision out of Phil Dowd there for that challenge by Matteo Flamini.
You can see the referee come in here. Or is there enough there? Or does Heskey make the most of it? I think it's a big call. There's the arms go up over the shoulder. There's contact there. It's very like Anton Ferdinand's, I guess, yesterday. The pull on the shoulder of Henderson. Penalty given there.
Cards didn't fall the way of Paul Jewell that time. Skoko has been holding things up.
So he got a smack around the ear, I think, a flailing arm. Just caught him. But don't expect this game to end on 90 minutes, folks. It won't.
Minutes plus whatever is added on left. Ali Adier for Arsenal. We're going to have to give it their all in what remains.
Well, they want the player on. The referee's totally ignoring them here.
Adebayor, Flamini, yes! Thierry Henry makes the point to Kirkland, but for all their time wasting, Wigan have been made to pay.
Well, they're furious they couldn't get the player on. This ball's gone a long, long way. He's absolutely livid. They've been without a midfield player ever since this free kick was taken. But Arsenal have knocked on the door and finally gotten a way through. He's offside. He is offside, Flamini. And it's an own goal in the end. I think it's Fitzhall who plays it in here. And as Fitzhall stops it, just knocks it in. Well, whatever you say, that's the easiest one. And he's got it wrong this time. But no wonder Paul Jewell is absolutely livid. Yet again, he could have had a penalty, what, 30 seconds ago of playing time. He can't get his player back on. They're playing with 10 men. There's absolutely no reason why Scotland couldn't have been waved on after a free kick was played way the other side of the pitch. Henry's been booked, rightly so, for having to go at the goalkeeper. Sometimes the big players don't realise what it's like to play for a club like Wigan, Rob, and know what it's like to win a game like this. And by taking the time, I think there's nothing wrong with that. Referee's there to add time on if he's doing anything wrong. So I don't like what Henry did, what bit, one little bit.
Well, surely the goal felt like punishment enough for Chris Kirkland.
I think if I was Kirkland, I'd be telling him to do one as well, I have to be honest.
Well, there's a shot by McCulloch which is punished, and now the referee wants to... They seem to want to take further action. He is. And...
Well, let's look at what's happening here. I mean, I think it's Ryan Taylor, is it, he's going over to?
No, it's McCulloch.
Oh, McCulloch. I think he's booked him because he got hold of the ball, and of course Arsenal are chasing it. Third booking of the season for Liam McCulloch.
Henry could be through! Chance to win it!
A difficult chance to win it. Well, gets the wrong side here. Defending wise, Adebayor does his bit. By stopping will clear it. Fitzhall just get caught with the pace of Henry in the wrong side, but it's a difficult chance. You can see how far away from his body the ball is. Just can't wrap his foot round it.
Well, we've had plenty of drama here, and I'm sure there'll be plenty later as well. With Spanish League action, Barcelona against Racing, Sky Sports 1 from 8 o'clock. Well, we mentioned how Arsenal are so effective late in games. They're going all out for the winner now. Adebayor, chance for Batista. Rosicky has his first Premiership goal, and Arsenal do their usual deed at home. A goal start for their opponents, but now they're set to win it in the last 10 minutes.
Well, two great passages of play. The ball to Batista and then the cross in were just magnificent. And they've just ripped Wigan apart. Look at Rosicky here. He's playing the pass. He makes that lovely run. Now watch this. The ball gets played in and suddenly Rosicky's ahead of the play. And that's what you call a cross. Goalkeeper's got no chance. Batista just wraps his foot round this and says, go on, is anyone there? You better believe someone's there. And his name's Thomas Rosicky. And yet again, Arsene Wenger watched his side come back from the jaws of defeat.
Well, it looked as though Arsenal might have been down and out with 10 minutes to go, but Thomas Rosicky with his first Premiership goal really has dished out a cruel blow to their visitors.
Let me bet. Oh, there's Jens Lehmann up to his tricks now. See, it's funny that, how it's okay for one team to do it.
Is Henry going to come back and have a word with him now?
No, I doubt it.
Maybe it's his captain's responsibility to remind him. Oh, well, Lehmann is going to get booked, and there'll be more fury here. Partly because Kirkland wasn't booked, but also because this is a booking that could potentially rule Jens Lehmann out of the Carling Cup final. Not that it's guaranteed he would be playing anyway, because Almunia probably would. But if Arsenal lose their FA Cup replay against Bolton, it would make absolutely certain that Lehmann couldn't be picked for the final in Cardiff.
Well, he's bonkers. He puts the ball down the other side of the 6-yard box. That's what's infuriated the referee. He puts it down and then decides, no, I'm going to move it along the other side.
Substitution by Wigan, who is sending on Antonio Valencia in place of Ryan Taylor.
16, Antonio Valencia.
The Ecuador international. And that's not the only change being made by Wigan. Julius Agahauer is taken off and Kevin Kilban is thrown on.
Yeah, they're just shoving McCulloch up front. Hope they can get the ball up there. Kilban will play on the left.
Ball. His arms all around Thierry Henry. Slightly calmer now, Arsene Wenger. Henry. Beautifully guided through,
Offside.
but offside Ali Adier.
No, Wigan will think it's a bit like shutting the gate after the horse has bolted. He's as offside as Flamini was.
McCulloch. Rosicki.
You notice the change and now that Arsenal got the lead.
Well, they're used to it here. Jackson. Ali Adier. Fabregas. Ali Adier goes on with it. Taken away in the end by Skoko, who was subject to a...
No, that wasn't a good tackle from Cesc Fabregas. Well, he just acknowledges. I don't think there's any need for Phil Dowd to call him 40 yards down the pitch. Cesc Fabregas has acknowledged it wasn't a good tackle, takes the booking and gets back in.
Ball had stayed forward for the free kick, but it's dealt with anyway by Arsenal. Thierry Henry. Stoppage time is going to be interesting. And there'll be 4 minutes. Henry. Adebayor. Fabregas. Clichy. Gilberto's pass put Flamini under a bit of pressure then from Kevin Kilban.
That was a bit like after you. No, after you. They're both missing. And what we're going to find in the last, well, 4 minutes of stoppage time is just how good Arsenal are at keep the ball.
Naughty late challenge from Fitzhall. Clichy didn't like it. Could understand his disapproval, and 1 or 2 other players becoming involved. Frustration getting the better of Fitzhall.
Absolutely.
looking to go with his own goal. Rosicki's played it through, but just too much on it for Baptista.
Yeah, it looks like Fitzhall's come off worst. He's the one who's hobbling about after that swipe. Cliche.
Save from Jens Lehmann. The fingertips from Heskey are going to prove crucial thanks to what now looks like being the winner for Rosicki.
Yeah, absolutely. And what a big part he played in the goal. Set it up there and then followed his pass, and what a ball in. That's one of those you just put your head on. And for 6 yards. And this is where the game's balmy. He's winning his own fans, he's sharing a bit of joy. When he gets booked for that, the game's bonkers.
Third booking of the season for Thomas Rosicki, who's just celebrated being named the Czech Republic's Footballer of the Year for the 3rd time, even though modestly he said the award should have gone to Petr Cech. Plenty more to celebrate today with his first Premiership goal, unless Wigan snatch one late on and Valencia couldn't make the most of it.
Nearly.
Henry. Adebayor showing his frustration.
Well, I told you Fitzhall had got he suffered from wacky cliche, but he's had to go off.
Wigan substitution.
His replacement is Christopher Hastad, the Norwegian whose misplaced back pass gave Arjen Robben a goal on his Premiership debut. Adebayor. Rosicki's made another bursting run through the middle, but he's looked instead for Henry. Aliadier's got in the box. Skoko gets it away.
No, one last chance, and that'll be a booking for Cliche. He smashed the ball away, so he's going to get booked. It's a booking for Cliche.
Well, Chris Kirkland has decided nothing to lose here by coming forward for the free kick, and who can blame him? We're going to put in a brave performance, but as things stand, they're going home unrewarded for it, unless they make something of this. Aimed straight towards Kirkland. Header on by Henry. Is there going to be a late finish here for Adebayor? Well, the full-time whistle has gone. Arsenal are playing on, not knowing that. But the comeback kings have done it again. Arsenal, as is tradition here, giving their opponents a goal start only in the last 10 minutes to snatch away from Wigan the possibility that they could have been the first team, the visiting team, to win here at the Emirates Stadium. It's finished Arsenal 2, Wigan 1.
God, first things first, that's a sensational comeback from Arsenal, but as many friends as they've won this season, they'll have lost a couple there by the manner in which they reacted, particularly to the first goal, the equaliser. And Paul Jewell will be absolutely furious about that. He will feel, there you go, he will feel at 1-0 his team should have had a penalty. And he won't be on his own. And when the stakes are as high as they are now, and that could be the difference between 1 and 3 points, none and 3 points, you can understand why he's furious. Thierry Henry has now twice, I think, tried to apologise to Chris Kirkland for his reaction, but it was wrong and it was poor. It was a brave, brave effort, that, from Wigan. And we'll hear from Paul Jewell shortly. Let's hope he can compose himself before we do. The other score today, Bolton beat Fulham by 2-1. For an hour or so, they had 4th place in the Premiership, but the Gunners have responded, and they sit 4th tonight. The bottom looks like that. Watford, Charlton and West Ham have been in the drop zone for some 2 months now. Now, just imagine if Wigan had got 1 or 3 points there. What a gap that would have been. As it is, it's 5. Then come Manchester City, beaten last week, and this, and in free fall, but will feel they've probably got enough to add 2. Sheffield United have won 6 of their last 13. They're the form team down there. They're clawing their way out of trouble. Fulham stay 14th. Villa stay 13th. No change for Middlesbrough or Spurs this weekend. Both beaten, of course. Top half, Blackburn down. Newcastle take 9th on the back of their win over Liverpool. No change for Everton. Pompey won for the first time in 7. They stay 7th. Reading sit 6th. Then it gets very tight. Bolton, who were 4th, back to where they were at the start of the day. 5th. Arsenal reclaim 4th spot.
Paul, a famous victory was snatched away from you. How come?
Well, I thought we should have had a penalty at 2-0. But hopefully would have made it 2-0. One of our players gets a free kick just after that. He's getting treatment, and Dowd doesn't let him back on for whatever reason, I don't know. And it looks a bit might be offside for the cross for the goal. But you know, I'm in trouble, I think, because I've told him 1 or 2 things there. But how about him having to be answerable? I mean, Sendros gets sent off for something like that last week. For me, and he doesn't even get penalised. What's going on? You know, so answers need to be told. I'll be in trouble, but no doubt these fellas will have another game next week, as I keep saying. So
no doubt in your mind that the referee cost you all 3 points?
Well, I don't like blaming referees because they have got a difficult job. I understand that, but they don't have. Why isn't our player allowed back on the pitch after he's received treatment? Why not? Why? Even a fourth official doesn't understand why. So if they don't understand each other, we've got no chance.
You've had a look at the Emil Heskey penalty appeal. Has that changed your mind at all?
That's a penalty. He puts his hand on his shoulder. Why would Emil want to go down when he's through on goal? You know, the problem with some officials, they don't understand the game, and even the linesman's on that side, he doesn't give it. So maybe they don't know what a penalty is. But we had Dowd 3 at Highbury in the cup last year. 3 stonewall penalties not given. He rang me up the next morning and said he might give me 1. But I mean, that was very good of him to call me. But today he's cost our team the points, I think. Just how much could that cost you? About £50 million worth. But listen, we came here today, Jeff. Whatever we get today would have been a bonus. This is a very difficult place to come. I thought our players were magnificent today. You know, effort, determination. You know, we're playing against the top team in not England, Europe. So whatever we got today was a bonus, and I think the bonus we can take out of it is a wonderful performance where we've been no, I can't gotta be careful what I say, denied the victory, or at some points by I feel bad decisions. If you take that spirit and ability into your next game against Watford, how much heart do you have? Well, I've never doubted the player's spirit and ability. We've had a bit of a sticky run, to say the least, of late, but you know, people would have thought us coming here lambs to the slaughter. We frustrated Arsenal for long periods, made them play long balls. You know, Kirky, for all the pressure they've had, really hasn't had too many saves to make. And you know, we've had 1 or 2 chances on the break. We're never going to come here and out football Arsenal, but I felt today my players showed great courage, great resilience and decent ability. But I said to them in there, we have to show that now for the next 12 games. And if we show for the next 12 games, we'll be comfortable. Thank you, Paul. Okay, Jeff.
Very eloquent. Would that be fair?
Arsene, no less than the 12th time you've done it. You're officially the comeback kings. Did you deserve all 3 points today?
Well, I felt deserved because we did fight until the last second, and we've shown again fantastic fighting spirit and character. But we played against a good Wigan side, and they could have won as well, in fairness, because they had 2-0. Hit the post at 1-0, and after there was 1 or 2 situations for us and for them where it could have gone both ways.
For the equaliser, do you think you were fortunate not to concede a penalty?
Maybe, yes, from outside. I didn't see it again. It's difficult to see. It looked like he couldn't give it, but I think it was one on the other side as well, maybe. But it's very difficult to say. The referee was close. He could have given penalty or not. It's not me to decide that, you know.
How annoyed are you in the manner which Jens Lehmann picked up his booking, which takes away the option for you to use him in a Carling Cup final?
Well, I would not have played him anyway in the Carling Cup finals. So.
But there could be injuries between now and then?
Yes, that can happen, but I feel he wanted to show that we can as well waste time, and the referee didn't like it.
Back into 4th place, is that the most important thing about today?
You know, it was a kind of game that you have after international break. It's always difficult to start, and we had a sloppy start. And in fairness, Wigan has shown that they are quality. And even that, I would have said that even they won or was drew, because for me, I was impressed by their performance today.
Thank you, Arsene.
Thank you.
You can understand him being diplomatic, can't you?